Everyone, it's time. 3 parts, 50 videos, 46 hours. I looked it up. I have all the footage still on my hard drive. It's weeping right now. All 90 gigabytes of it. 46 hours, 50 videos. It's time. Avalon le Fae is finally going to be finished. Ooh, that feels good to say. That feels so good to say. You don't even know. So yeah, last time Oberon revealed himself to be the mastermind the whole time. Nobody saw it coming. Complete twist. But yeah, I did look it up because like you can't get spoiled now, right? There's nothing left to happen. That red text only shows up if you chose the options to like be suspicious of Oberon throughout the story, which is awesome. I love that. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm expecting to see the nameless fairy show up sometime before this last bout's over. We gotta find out her name, even though Artoria's dead, so like I don't know what the point of that would be, but hey, Midsummer Night's Dream. Let's jam. The Isle of Britain was collapsing. I'm maybe expecting in the epilogue, like, we defeat Oberon, the last bout's about to disappear, but right at the very end, like, maybe the nameless fairy reincarnates and she has a name. Like, she did get turned into a Morse, so she shouldn't be able to, but look, Oberon will be dead, you know, he killed her personally, you know, it makes sense. All the buildings the fairy had built in imitation of human society, all the corpses, from those heaped up in ages past to those freshly killed by the calamities. The insects sucked more of them into the air with every passing second, swallowed them whole. The northern lands dissipated like snow, the southern lands drifted away like ash. Those few who somehow managed to survive all joined hands and fell into the void. It was as though everything in Fairy Britain had been no more than a single night's dream. Who can identify that unknown 7th spirit origin pattern? He's Oberon Vortigern. It's obvious. We get the true name reveal. Dummy. Doesn't match any of the 7 main classes, even any of the extra ones. He doesn't even know about pretenders. Ever seen anything like this class before? What is that thing, Holmes? I can only confirm that its class is unknown. There are those who serve as inspiration to others and usher in new ages by doing good deeds. Heroes. And there are those who help good things come about by serving as necessary obstacles, anti-heroes, the counter to heroes. Among those, there are doubtless some anti-heroes who accomplish great feats through treachery. An imposter? No, someone who achieved greater power and feats than those than even one who's genuine by deceiving others about the nature of their very soul. Such an anti-hero would not be an avenger or a ruler, nor would they be an entity from an outer zone, foreigners, or distinct separate personality within a person, alter egos. Those are the so I know slight spoilers, I guess. Right now on FGO, like on the Japanese servers, there's like a kind of Epic of Remnant thing going on for I think these 4 extra classes. I don't know if Pretender gets one or not. So I think like, is it called Paper Moon 1? Something like that? Was about alter egos, I think? We don't acknowledge, you know, pretenders. Those don't exist. Or what's is it Beast? There's another new class too on the Japanese server. We'll get it next year. I think it's Beast. No, they would be a pretender. Heroic spirit, mired in falsehoods who fight entire worlds rather than people or beasts. Is that? Oh. Sure. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Indeed, I can think of no better name for Oberon. Come the hell on! What in the world's going on here? Yeah, he doesn't just gonna make up a new class. The boy won. Kirillite came through with flying colors. No, it may not be possible for our world to coexist with this lost boat, but we never wanted to destroy it. We saved Britain, damn it! So why is this happening? Answer me, Holmes. What in the world is that monster? I suspect it's the concept of emptiness. It may seem like a living creature, but it has no muscles, no bones, and no organs. What appears to be its mouth is in actuality a hole. It appears to be sucking up the ground. In truth, the ground is falling up towards it. Imagine a bathtub filled with water. Now imagine that our world is that water. That creature is the drain. Like, what do we have left to defeat it with, right? Like, all the servants are gone. We got Excalibur. Just black barrel it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just reuse the animation. You gotta gotta use that another 3 times. What happens to the water in a bath once the plug is removed from the drain? Well, it's water, right? So just make a little whirlpool and swirl down the drain. Wait, then you're saying that thing isn't sucking everything up, but indeed, we, or rather the very space we inhabit, is falling towards it. Even if we're able to escape our present location, it would achieve nothing. Now that the plug has been removed, everything on the planet is going to fall into that hole. The very epitome of a pitfall. Simply never imagined there could be a hole the entire world could fall into. Vortigern, cowardly king who killed Uther, King Arthur's father. Oh, he killed Uther? Do you think he helped arrange that in this Lost Belt too? I mean, probably. He's been around for ages. Then he must be King Arthur's arch enemy for this Lost Belt. Oh, what's with the happy music? No, I couldn't care less about King Arthur. Think bigger, Mashu. I'm humanity's arch enemy. Vortigern was Britain's destiny incarnate in your world too, right? What? Yeah, sure, yeah, of course. Well, I'm not about to allow humanity to have their own age. Not on my watch. If humans are just gonna trample all over Britain's mystics, rather end it before the age of mystics comes to a close. I like to go out on a high note, in essence, even if it means killing myself. Anyhow, you don't have to say it. Believe me, I get it. There's nothing worse than when the thing you hate becomes super popular. Oh yeah, so true. Not that that matters when King Arthur comes along to stop you in your tracks. Like, all the people watching Solo Leveling right now, I'm like, no, it sucks. It's only good because the manga has good art. Stop watching it. But everyone goes, ha ha ha, having fun. You can't stop me from having fun, ha ha ha. It's mostly a joke. Not that that matters when King Arthur comes along to stop you in your tracks. That's the problem with your world. Neither the good nor the evil ones in it are willing to go far enough. Want to destroy humanity? You need to destroy the world itself. Your Vortigern failed because he couldn't cross that line. Are you sure you wanted to go that far? Like, maybe he's just like a normal guy. Why do you want to destroy all of humanity? They disgust me. What of it? Wouldn't a bunch of vermin skittering around the corners of your room disgust you too? Disgusting? You think this Britain is disgusting? That the fairies and humans who lived in the land of the Fae are disgusting? I mean, some of them were, yeah. Huh? You mean you actually like them, Mashu? Ah, that's really something. What about your caterpillar bros? If they were still here, would you be doing this? Don't take it too personally. It's not like this place that... It's just this place that disgusts me. It's everything. To me, even your world just looks like a giant pile of shit. Oh, that's mean. Also, pardon my French. Oh, that was vulgar, wasn't it? Not how the Fairy King should speak, is it? Sorry, I'll be more careful in the future. Think you can forgive me just this once? Especially after all we've been through together? I tell you what, apologies for everything I just said. If you'd rather, we can just forget this whole thing happened. Okay, sure. Huh? Okay. Huh? I don't understand, Master. It seemed like Oberon was being completely sincere just now. Stop messing with Mashu. Why? Whatever do you mean? I mean, you're Oberon the liar. We're going all red. So you do get it. So glad to hear that, Horsey. You're right, I'm a liar. Never told you guys the truth. Not once. Not once. But I was still deadly serious about destroying Britain. I think maybe he might have liked Caterpillar Bros. Like, he did get personal with it, you know, after... So you remember, what's his name? Portrait? And I relied on you most to make that happen. I mean, think about it. Someone told you to do something as huge as destroy Britain. Where would you even begin? As clueless as the next person, I didn't know what I was going to do. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that even if I could defeat Morgan, it wouldn't be enough. I need so many pieces to fall into place to bring down Fairy Britain. Fairy Britain is spelled that way. I just uploaded the video with a Fairy Britain in the title, but I used a Y instead of IE. I thought it was IE, but I was like, no, I think it's Y. Morgan and Chaldea alone just weren't going to cut it. Everything had to happen at the right time, only get a single chance. Even I had no choice but to watch my every step carefully. But then, I saw you on that beach, and I instantly realized, this guy's a total moron, a perfect performer. I just know he's gonna make all my dreams come true. I truly believe from the bottom of my heart that you were the worst and best spectator I could hope for, what I knew would bring everything to a spectacular end. Gee, thanks. So which is it, performer or spectator? This isn't red, but... and I take it back. You're a nitpicky critic. Happy now? Anyway, my intuition was right. You lived up to my expectations and then some. So much so that I wouldn't have minded letting you live. Except, I have to destroy Chaldea too. Vortigern's goal is to ensure this false Britain finally disappears, since it's hung around for far too long after his death. But me? My goal is to wipe out humanity. And Chaldea's whole deal is protecting the proper human history, right? It makes us mortal enemies. So, I'm gonna kill you all here, so you can't change things up on me later. Oh, I thought the chapter is ending. The abyssal worm is falling towards us. What the heck? Can't put any distance between us and that, no matter how hard I push it. Captain Da Vinci Holmes, I can't even take Chubby. Hurry and get HorseyEatYou back inside. Oh crap, we're not gonna make it. The collapse is coming straight for us. Can't get away. It's gonna swallow us whole. Dang it, all of our sensors have stopped working too. Can't tell what's going on outside anymore. Oh, it's so dark in here, I can't even tell what's going on inside either. No sound or light anywhere. What are we doing, Captain? What can we possibly do against? Lock the deck's gravity, point the bow straight up, set the engines to the second stage, of course. Or just go faster. That thing shouldn't make us fall in, we just have to rise away from it. Even if we're in total darkness, even if we're inside an endless hollow, I'm not giving up until our engines do. All hands, maintain battle stations. Creatures causing this collapse may still be out there, but so are HorseyEatYou. Knowing those two, they'll find a way out of this. Yeah, of course. Okay, I mean, I still don't know like what we're gonna do. Are we gonna just talk Oberon down? Oh, hello, guys? Anyone there? When I was born, I couldn't even breathe. This Oberon. Not so much as a single toe was truly alive. I was a rotted mass of fluid inside a chrysalis. Oh, it's Melusine coming back to save. No, this is Oberon. It's chrysalis. Under the circumstances. Oh, he's got feet. Nobody. I'm gonna censor that. Nobody look. You can have his hands though. Was he naked? And luckily there's something blocking the view. But what's the name for that? There's a joke in Kaguya about that. Can you imagine how I felt when I woke to the morning sun's rays? I was in the autumn woods at the outskirts of Fairy Britain. The autumn woods, full of fairies who had been bullied, persecuted, and nowhere else to go. The only thing to do there was die. I was there, among those who didn't belong anywhere else, among those who were hated and forgotten, now had nothing left to do but die. Then my chrysalis suddenly appeared. The chrysalis looked just like a fairy, but it wasn't. It was a device Britain itself created to bring about its own end. And Britain really wants to kill itself, doesn't it? Can't believe this timeline is still hanging on more than 10,000 years after it died. Sick. Hate everything that lives on this dang island. Trying to erase it all from existence. That's all I am. Single insect born from this island's own excretion. How do you say that? Excruciatory? hatred of living creatures. Excretory? But of course, as an insect born of excrement, my birth was a wretched affair. My chrysalis appeared both pitiful and beautiful, so the fairies must have thought I was their king. They gathered around it and watched over my chrysalis until I stood up on its own. It stood up on its own. Oh god, that was disgusting. Now that I was standing up, it was a chrysalis no longer. It was the perfect fairy tale king, the very sort those of the forest had long awaited. For it looked just like the fairy king depicted by a famous, talented, somewhat mean-spirited author. Hey, Shakespeare heard that. First the king of the Moors, now this? Okay, so is this reincarnating after Barghest killed him? I think it was Barghest, right? Or was it Woodwose? It was one of them. Just remember, the Moors king died and then I guess he came back. Hard to say, like in the past 20 years? Huh, so I'm a ghostliner, a servant now. Guess as long as they're born from people's desires, doesn't matter whether their servants' original is real or fake. So, if I'm reading into this right, did he become half Oberon because the fairies wanted him to be Oberon? Turned out a fairy named Oberon existed in both proper human history and fairy Britain. But this Oberon, pretending to be a king, was a creature composed entirely of lies. Everything he said was untrue thanks to the underlying premise that it was all just part of a single night's revelry. Or you could even say a Midsummer Night's Dream. This is amazing. Everything I say or do ultimately becomes twisted. I love you became I don't love you. I don't love you became I don't even care about you. So he... Okay, what I'm trying to get at is, did he choose to be Oberon? Or was he reborn as Oberon? I mean, maybe that doesn't matter, but maybe it does. That's just who Oberon was. Given his nature as a heroic spirit, there's nothing he could do about it. Okay, so it sounds like he was reborn as it. Oh, well, that's fine. I was already planning on lying through my teeth all the time anyway. That aside, this is all because Britain gets some floating in from the outside. Someone who's supposed to hate proper human history so much, Morgan really seems to have a paradoxical and unhealthy love for it. And so, the Fairy King was born. As luck would have it, this was right when the Child of Prophecy's poem was becoming the hottest topic in fairy society. Okay, so within the last 16 years. The king already knew a good deal about proper human history. This time he made sure to do his homework extra thoroughly. He knew the story of King Arthur, whom Morgan was wary of. So he decided he would make use of the Fairy of Paradise, the Avalon le Fae, who had appeared somewhere in Britain. But it'd have to, no, it'd probably be exactly between like 10 to 16 years ago, because remember, he was talking to Artoria via the staff. When I was born, I couldn't even breathe. Not so much as a single toe was truly alive. I was a raw and massive fluid inside a... Oh, is this an exact repetition? Yeah. From inside it? Okay, that's new. Oh. All I could see was wriggling insects. A sea of living rubbish. So, okay, so... that was the Oberon side of him. This is the Vertigo side of him. Like the first one was the lie, this is the truth. Oberon was born for Britain's death throes. Oberon didn't love any of the island's creatures. His only thought upon being informed of his duty to destroy Fairy Britain in accordance with the island's own wishes was, isn't there anyone else who could do it? Oh well, now that I've been born, I guess I have no choice. Dang it, my body still won't move. Every breath I take feels like it's gonna kill me. Just moving my toes makes me feel like I'm gonna jump out of my skin. Worst part is, just being alive makes me sick. As a chrysalis, Oberon could not close his eyes. That is why he could not look away from them. Are those bugs, or is it metaphorical? Wriggling, wriggling. For over half a year, all Oberon could do was stare as they wriggled away in front of him. Hey, you can't stop me from wriggling! Oberon was born from filthy sludge. Even inside his chrysalis, he was still no more than sludge. Everywhere he looked, everything he saw looked like so much putrid sludge. He's disgusted by the sight of these vagrant winklings clinging to unfounded hope. He's disgusted by these starved wretches now depending on him for help after they've been endlessly tricked and deceived by everyone else. He's disgusted at being treated like a king by these creatures who could only crawl, squirm, and wriggle. Okay, yeah, this is metaphorical for the, like, caterpillar fairies and stuff. And above all, he's disgusted with himself for being at the very bottom of such an awful situation. Felt like a butterfly corpse being swarmed by ants. Kind of thing that happened in trash heaps, the deepest dregs of the world. Pure loathing grew in his chest, but not for any one person in particular. He didn't despise the insects swarming him, or even himself for being swarmed. It was everything. It was the structure of the world itself. That is what Oberon decided had to go. But never mind his backstory now, yeah! Hang in there, Horsey. You're almost at the end. Who's this? Still got to turn things around spectacularly at the very last moment, don't you? Is that Oberon talking, or is that... That's the light Artoria was talking about. Yeah, there it is! That star. Huh? You're alive? That's strange. You do know we're in the abyss now, right? I wonder if... Okay, yeah, one thing I forgot about. I was kind of expecting Balbon Sith to show up sometime, like, with Cernios. I guess that's not happening. Because... she's in a weird state where, like, she doesn't really... like, she really needed a little extra, right? But, like, I don't think she's showing up now. Could this be like Morgan related? He's like, you know, it's the star Artoria's chasing the whole time. Oh, I don't... did he just now get this crown? I just now noticed this. That's like the same crown Morgan has, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh. I was expecting it would be 12. Unless I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, yeah, that's 13. You do know we're in the abyss now, right? Oh, I see. Did you already overcome your last will? I'll explain how you opened your eyes. I think that's just gonna make your death much, much more painful, though. Hey, Balbon Sith saved us! If she hadn't done that before, we wouldn't have done this. But hey, you do you. Where are we? I don't care about Mashu. We're still standing on the deck of your ship. The abyssal worm swallowed it whole. But hey, since you're awake and all, why don't we talk for a bit? You must be pretty tired, right? Here, have some food. It's one of those ration things. Found it in your ship while I was doing a little wandering inside. What? You're wondering why I'm being so nice to you? I'm not. I only went into your ship to kill your companions. Killed Mashu first, you know. Oh, thank you, dude! Oh god, thank you! You're gonna die soon, too. You guys are falling inside an endless hollow right now. The abyssal worm's thorax is infinite. See, there's no destination there, no endpoint. Everything it swallows just keeps falling. Forever. As it goes on infinitely, there's no entrance or exit. Once you're swallowed, it's over. Doesn't matter how strong or accomplished you might be, nothing can escape this hollow. Not unless you kill me. But nobody's gonna wake up in here. They're all dreaming of falling. If anyone did manage to wake up, they'd be able to see just like you can, but most of them will simply keep falling. Frankly, I think you would have been happier that way too. Being conscious in here will just make the rest of your short life hell. Think about it. Even after you die, you're gonna keep falling forever in the endless darkness. Isn't that horrifying? That means you're stuck in this hell too. True, it does. But now that the abyssal worm is manifested, there's no avoiding the world being destroyed. Is he just gonna sit in the dark forever? So in here, out there, doesn't matter to me. My life was already hell. Anyway, there's nothing you can do now. Can't even perform simple summons in here. There's been nothing like this place in human history, so you won't find a single heroic spirit record here. So how can you summon something that doesn't exist? Either go mad from the endless falling, or eventually you'll close your eyes and slip back into dreaming about falling. So which will it be? If you decide you'd rather sleep, just let me know. Of course, if you still want to save the world, you don't have any time left to think about it. Now that the British Lost World is gone, we're back in the standard time stream. You said Calde observed the planet disappearing in 24 hours, right? They were right. I haven't even got a minute to spare at this point. If you want to save the world, you'll have to fight me. If you fight me, I'll kill you. Don't know about you? That doesn't sound like a great way to die to me. Yeah, like, couldn't agree more. Oh, hey, we went at him! Oh, you actually tried to punch me! How do you ever make it this far with a skull so thick? Ah, well, you're so eager to die? Happy to help you with that. I do enjoy watching people fighting battles they haven't got a chance of winning. I do have a chance. Look, I punched Goetti to death. I'll do it again. Huh? Where? Help will be here any moment now. Weren't you listening? I told you no one's coming to... Like you said, we're just bystanders, right? Who is it? Is it Morgan? Sartoria? Kester! To me! I mean, okay, I guess... Artoria... Oh, is she gonna be in 3rd Ascension? I mean, I guess she could qualify as her heroic spirit of this last belt, couldn't she? You... No. It can't be. He just pretended not to care about King Arthur. Yep, 3rd Ascension. Okay, the death was just a fake out. Well, I mean, she really did die, I'm pretty sure, but I think we summoned her. Or maybe she didn't die, but I think she died. I've heard the 4 major summons coming to his aid in accordance with our contract. Okay. If this battle is not to punish Britain, but to save the world, her name isn't just Artorian. Has it always just been Artoria? I think this whole time it's been Artoria Caster. Then I'll cross even the ends of time to deliver this sword into his hands. Alrighty, don't ask how we summoned her. I mean, it makes sense to me, right? She became a heroic spirit at this last level, but why? Is that why we could summon her? Because this last belt's not in the void and like she's the only one that... I don't know. Probably gonna get into it here in a second. I heard the ringing of a bell. Not the coercive bell I've heard countless times before, but a kind, familiar bell that called to you, that believed in you. This is the storm I was always running in. A maelstrom of wickedness, crucible of hearts laid bare. Storm of dark, cold, ear-splitting voices no different from a drainage ditch. Young me. No, make it stop, make it stop. I don't know how many times I thought I couldn't go on, or wished for death to free me. The only reason I was able to keep running without losing my way was because the light was right there. The pale blue light of a tiny, far-off star shining somewhere beyond the storm. When I fell, I picked myself up even as I cried. When I was exhausted, turned my head skyward. No matter when I looked, the star was always there, shining in the distance. Flicker of virtue among a sea of vice. A bright future awaiting me. No way that could possibly be true. No, even if it was, it doesn't matter. For you, that star is just a bright light. That's all it had to be to become your goal. Knowing someone else is out there somewhere looking at that same star was the only thing that gave you hope. It was the one thing that never changed, no matter how the storm raged. Right. That's right. It's all I had keeping me going. was terrified of most things I didn't dare to trust. But that star's light always encouraged me. You and that star may not have any connection. That star may never point your way, come down from the heavens to help you, but yeah, I don't care about Britain or about the future. As long as that star is shining, I'll never give up. What is the star exactly? No matter how much the world shook with storms, how much time was spent suffering them, then at peace, that light has always watched over you ever since you were a child. The one thing in the storm that always shone bright. You didn't do this for society, or for peace, or even for yourself. That little star's light never lost its brilliance. The one thing I don't want to betray. I mean, the easy answer is that it's Avalon, right? But it's gotta be more than that, right? That's all over now. Accept the bell's timber, finish your journey. Just like she could never be happy in that white castle, your life cannot continue beyond this point. Continue down this path and you will. The one who chanted the king's name will disappear. You won't be needed anymore. Can you really do all that just for one lone star? Such a silly, trivial thing, not wanting to betray that beautiful star. Really worth going through with this? Those aren't nice sound effects. Your voices cursing me for bringing about Britain's end. Voices who loathe me for fulfilling my duty from paradise. Thousands, tens and thousands of voices decrying me. Millions of voices blaming me. This is vice. Fact is, there's no such thing as a star shining in a storm. Well, I can't save anyone besides myself. Not with a reason like that. Huh? Who's there? Who's protecting me? Is it gonna be Morgan? You're not doing a very good job, but you're still stretching your hands out, desperately trying to help me. Someone who lost their life because of your capricious whims. Someone you've long since forgotten. Someone within the fringes who's just like you. Her name is... What is this in there? It's gonna get... Finally! Oh, it's about time! See, I guess not having a name really is a terrible thing. And this is... It's a parallel between Morgan and Balbon Sith. This is Artoria's Balbon Sith. In that case, what about this? Came up with the idea now, but... It's gonna be like, Star. Please use my name. Oh! Artoria Caster. You can go by Artoria or Caster, or both if you prefer. It's not like I'm gonna use it anymore anyway, so go ahead and shout it to the world for all I care. Thank you. I promise. I'll always treasure it. Not just this name. I'll always treasure your heart, too. Her name was Hope. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah, that... I was close! She'd found that star's light right at the very end. Her name was Hope before she lost her name? She'd grown exhausted from always lifting everyone's spirits, but she still never forgot to smile. She's been protecting me all along, all because of that one impulsive act. Even now she still believes in me, all because of that silly, insignificant act. Wasn't anything special, or even noble. To any outside observer, probably seemed absolutely silly, but... No. Thank you for treasuring it. That's right. Don't have any amazing reasons either. I'm no different from her at all. I have nothing to be proud of, no actual skills worthy of praise. I don't think I'll ever find a reason others would envy for as long as I live. But, even so, who cares? This is all the reason I need. I just don't want to betray that star. I don't want to abandon these feelings. Silly, insignificant reasons like that have always been what we, and you, had to rely on to keep going. Even if you have to grin and bear it, even if it's just for your own satisfaction, even if you lack confidence, never figure out the answer. Even if it's a reason anyone else would think it's silly, insignificant. The only thing I believe in, the only thing I can believe in, the only thing keeping me going, even now. Farewell, young you. Now, forever. In time, the star beating within your chest, the timbre of the bells, will resonate inside you. This is a good song. I've heard the foreign major summons, coming towards aid in accordance with our contract. If this battle's not to punish Britain, but to save the world, then I'll cross even the ends of time to deliver this sword into his hands. Freaking kidding me? Alright, dude, he's having a bad time right now. I know I said this is what you should be doing. But did you seriously have to become a heroic spirit as an Avalon le Fae? Can't believe it. Just how much of a knight are you? Oh, you could even say a king of one. So showing up now is a little pathetic, don't you think? And you already had your dramatic exit. I don't know if that's your future form or if you've become some kind of special guardian. Britain's gone though. You lost. Part in this play is long since over. Performers like you who can't cut it the first time around have no business returning to the stage. That's true. There isn't anything here for me to protect anymore. Nonetheless, Heir King Oberon, he who desired Britain's destruction. I agree that it is painful to witness the dead world being artificially kept alive. You were right to bring this one to an end. I know, right? But you're wrong to try to end others that had nothing to do with it. Even if these fairies were beyond salvation, and our future was devoid of hope, that doesn't give you the right to rob others of their present when the future still lies ahead. That is an act of cowardice far more painful to witness than merely trying to escape destruction. Isn't that right, Oberon? Your actions have been dreadfully earnest and, quite frankly, pathetic. She told him off twice! Miss Artoria doesn't hold back. Oh, hey, Mashu. I thought you got killed. Where am I? What have I been? Oh, this is a surprise? Mashu! Yes. Having a very strange dream. It's hard to describe. Felt like I was falling endlessly. Huh? Senpai? Artoria? Oh great, now even Mashu's awake. Must be Artoria's doing. Guess this means the ones in the command room will be waking up too then. Fantastic. Mashu, Horsey will fill you in later. Right now, we need your help. We're going to destroy the abyssal worm here at its source before it can spread beyond Britain. Right. Leave it to me. You know, we only had a minute, but it's been going by real slowly. But I'm assuming that was a lie. You're still just as quick to change gears as ever. Well, whatever. It's fine. You Chaldeans do so love defeating your enemies. So that's how you want to play? I'm game. I was just getting tired of the chatter anyway. I've already told you enough about what I am. If we were to play, this would be the grand finale. Shame nobody's around to watch it. Oh well, I'll just content myself with knowing it's a third-rate production no one will want to see anyway. Shakespeare is so offended right now. Come on then, Horsey. Your prize summon should work just fine now. Show me how proud you are to fight for humanity. Oh, first I want to ask you one last time. What? Why are you doing this? Why? To wipe everything clean, that's all? I'm sure I'd already said as much. Humans and fairies alike disgusted me more than I could say. That's why I'm getting rid of it all. Dude, I love this guy's expressions. I used all of you to do it. What, did you think this was supposed to be some kind of fun trip? So that's a dang tragedy. Everything I say is a lie. Shouldn't believe any of it. Peace in Britain, Artoria's mission. I didn't care about any of it. Sure you didn't, but even so. What about your own star, Titania? That is exactly what I hate about you. He did want his Titania. Bringing about the collapse, gracing the twilight, it was all just a summer night's dream. My name is Oberon. Oberon Vortigern. But he said that's exactly what I hate about you. But he always lies. That's what he loves about us. He's a tsundere. I'm the death waiting in opposition to all of you. I'm a threat to all humanity. I'm not like the beasts. I don't love anything. I'll prove that to you in this battle. Now lift the curtain on this tragedy. This is where your pilgrimage comes to an end. Alright, so this guy wasn't even on the Game Press guide. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go down real easy. I can't move. What the heck? You can change the position of servants or craft citizens by dragging them. That's a lie. Our pretenders are good and we want. Wait, Maeve. Bring the Maeve. His alter egos are strong against cavalry classes, so pretenders are good against knight classes. Vlad, can I bring my Artoria caster? But if I can, that changes. Nope, okay. Waver. And Hassan? Maybe someone arts because we have Artoria caster. Single target arts. Cavalry we don't have one a 5. Oh, wait. How do pretenders do against alter egos? I've got no clue. Nobody knows. Which one of you single target arts? Ishtar, she's AoE. Roma's AoE. I think Liz is Buster. Kentucky Quick, you're AoE. I don't even know what. I think you just heal. Charlotte? Yeah, but I don't have your skills up. Just bring like, I don't know who. Anti-male? Do I have anti anymore? Kama? Are you anti-male? You might look. Just bring Kama. I don't even know. just pick someone. Oh, Waver, give him. I think his overcharge is defense down, so give him the Amakusa one. And you get. This is Buster, right? Yeah. Do I have a quick one? Just use that. Okay, and I think I'll bring the plug suit out. I'm gonna switch Mashu out for a Waver. Okay. Okay, so as is tradition, it's the final battle. Time to try to get my thoughts on this last battle. This is gonna be hard. Okay. What do I even? Oh. I thought it was gonna be the song we heard in the last cutscene. Abyssal Worm. Oberon. Not Oberon Vortigern. Okay, that's a cool transition. I don't remember this at all. Okay, I remember this. I remember looking at Oberon. Well, I remembered it as a tunnel. I mean, it's kind of a tunnel. But in my head, it's just like a tunnel on a road. I may have misremembered it a little. Artoria Avalon. What's the story of Avalon then? Okay, right. So, try to sum up my thoughts on this last spell. Do I go by characters or by parts? Like, as far as the parts go, part 1 was definitely my favorite. I think part 1's the best. It has a very good beginning. I'd say the introduction of Avalon, I just wrote this in the description of my video I uploaded today, is as good. It's probably the best introduction, maybe besides Anastasia's. It is really good. Introduces you to the last spell perfectly, sets the tone for everything, and plus it introduces like the main character, the you know, Artoria, seamlessly. It's a very good introduction for her. Plus Tristan's cool. Then, you know, you how do I play it safe, I guess? Then you know, I'm trying playing it back in my head because that's how far I've gotten in my reread, if we're calling it that. You meet up with Da Vinci and Salisbury, you meet Aurora, which is, oh, great. Good job. And it does slow down a little bit there. I think you head to Morrigan, you meet Morimasa, which is good time. And then the Norwich fight, which is chuny as heck and is great. There is like a little disappointment in it subverting, you know, Artoria being useful, right? But I think that can be forgiven. It's still just a good scene. Plus, all of Mashu was actually a standout this last bout, right? She gets to be her own character away from Gurao. She has, you know, the stuff in Sheffield with Boggart, which I think Boggart was actually a really good character. I really enjoyed him. I knew about him somewhat from like the NTR memes, but I really liked what they did with this character. There's a lot of damage. Not quite though. Oh, dang it. This guy's going down easy, huh? We're probably gonna get NP'd here. Oh, do riders not get damaged up versus them? Huh. Yeah, and plus there's of course, you know, the classic Tristan dies against Barghest scene, really setting the tone for, you know, oh, they're so much more powerful than you. Look, let's see this. Okay, that's pretty cool. Does he have that in his third ascension, Noble Phantasm? Like, for the playable version? Oh yeah, see you guys! See ya! They didn't, no, oh, that didn't, like, no damage, okay. Waver literally didn't get hit for some reason? Don't know why. Anyway, we're asleep. Part 2 is harder to talk about because I think Part 2 is the one that has pacing issues, right? I think despite Lost Boat 6 being extremely long, it's actually paced very well. But like some of the bells are like, they just... Okay, this is a problem I have with some Fate stories or like some gameplay stories. Like when there's a goal set out, like, oh, you gotta go over these 6 bells, or you know, you gotta go fight these 3 mid bosses to get to the final boss, which is, that's like a popular one. Like in Chimosa, you gotta kill the 7 shadow servants and then you can beat the game, right? Whenever it has that kind of structure, I'm not a big fan of it. I think Lost Boat 6 handled it pretty well here. Shut up, Oberon. But like, for example, in Knockner Ray City, Edinburgh, I think? It was very clear that, you know, they knew, okay, we have to have a chapter here, but we don't know what to do with it. Oh, hey, we're gonna have a chocolate making scene that drags on forever. We not now. Dang it. What's he even doing? Like, I'm not even paying attention to what Oberon's doing. Compared to something else, this fight is so easy. So I think Knockner Rise plus everything surrounding the Woodwose fight just took too long. That's one of 2 major issues I have with Lost Boat 6. The other is Babylon Sith, and maybe to a lesser extent Morgan. Well, no, Morgan had asked like Mashu's, you know, the fragments. So it kind of feels weird including those because that's kind of in hindsight, right? We didn't realize that was Morgan to begin with. Babylon Sith definitely needed more time. I was thinking about this. The way I would have fixed it, there's 2 things you could have done. First off, you know how I made the comparison with Hope and Artoria Caster? You'd have to rewrite the story to make it work. What if Hope was Babylon Sith? And Tomlin Tristan is like made like, you know, around like chapter 10 or so, right? So you'd have to rewrite the story to accommodate that because, you know, Tomlin Tristan's been around for like 100 years, right? But I think that could have worked. Or B, you run into Balbon Sith in Ask's backstory with Mashu. Like you see her like, you know, dead, half dead, and you see Ask like crying about her. I think either one of those I think are kind of necessary, because as it is now, we're just told at the very end, oh yeah, by the way, Balbon Sith, she's not evil, she's actually very nice, we just don't get to see it. And I'm interested to see how her character is handled in like interludes and future events and stuff. I imagine she's gonna remain like kind of mean, but I don't know. That'll finish. Yeah, where's the boss at? Phase 2? Phase 2? Post battle? Nope. I'll get back to this conversation after we finish up. Oh, the Caterpillar Bros. Well, this is Fairy Bro. Lord Oberon, everyone, come quick! Lord Oberon has returned! Please, Lord Oberon, please tell us all about the ones who you want to kill us! I'm back, everyone. Is this just... let's see what's going on. Did you all manage to survive the day again? Oh, you already burned to death? Gotcha! That's okay, it's gonna happen eventually. I'll just tell you about the outside some other time then. Honestly, I haven't got any new stories right about now anyway. Oh, it's you. Hiya. Seriously? Just how shameless are you? Yeah, pardon my French. He's not allowed to say bad words anymore. He lost. Oops, there I go again. No more foul language for me. See? What are you doing here anyway? You fall asleep while we were fighting? It's fine. It's all just a dream anyway. How about one last cup of tea before you go? Really haven't got anything left to say. Already told you everything about my goal, what I'm really like, how things got to this point. I mean, but he's a liar though. The fact that the Caterpillar Bros are in the dream proves he liked them. Surely don't see what reason you could have to stick around here anymore. This is the end, right? This is Armin being honest with me about how you really feel now. Kidding me? You really are an idiot, aren't you? Even I'm not this bad. But insects with better memories than you. You're the one who said you're a liar, right? Okay, you got me there. Well played. You're right. I do feel strongly about some things. A lot of things, actually. Vortigern is Britain's destiny incarnate. I was born as part of some. Not just Vortigern, though, you know? I'm Oberon, too. Did I ever tell you about what the Land of the Fae really is? It's all a big, well, fairy tale. A single story, nothing more. 14,000-year picture book Morgan wrote just to have somewhere to belong, even if it had to be fictional. And you people rejected it, just like you have all the others. Said it was wrong, that it was meaningless. I didn't like that. So much so that it even made me forget my disgust with everything. You make up characters who behave exactly how you want, put them in the kind of stories people dream about. Stories so good they even change your very lives. And you just laugh and dismiss them as nothing more than flights of fancy. You're angry about stories? That's right. No meaning to be found even the most hackneyed of kingdoms, or the most unsung side characters. All those stories you people from reality just forgot the moment you finish the last page. He's mad that a model cut from Alcana doesn't have a route. No way, me too, buddy. They had every bit as much of a right to remain afterwards as anything else. Oh well, there's no point in telling you this. You're human. We'll forget all about it once the next story comes along. True. Like, me trying to remember like what happened in Lost Boat 2. I've got no clue. I'm gonna join the Lost Boat 7 hype train right after this ends. Proper human history. It's all about growth and progress, right? Nothing's permanent there. It all just keeps on going forever. Me? I find that stuff a huge pain in the butt, pardon my French. I was absolutely livid. That's why I wanted to end everything. There. Happy? Wake up already. You don't need a morning lark, or even an evening one. Not yet, anyway. Alright. See you later, nice guy of Chaldea. This journey might have sucked, but at least it was full of surprises. Good luck with the next one. I'll pray for your success just as hard as I can. Is he lying about that? Where are you going? Where are you going? I'll come with you. I'll come with you. Goodbye, friend of Oberon. Come visit Oberon's woods again sometime. Bye, Caterpillar bro. Ah! I was expecting him to already be dead. Okay. Oberon! Oberon Vortigern's fallen off the deck. It's plummeting into the hollow. His spirit core suffered serious damage. For Vortigern, the Abyssal Worm, the Sacred Sword is a double-edged blade, both sustenance and a poison. He won't crawl back up here again. Not with an injury like that. Dude, if we don't see a body, he's not dead. He'll simply fall endlessly into a non-existent abyss. Dude, he's coming back! Falling down this hole forever sounds like... No, this is how it should be. That's messed up. Uh-oh. Seems I won't be able to bask in our victory. It's already time for me to leave. Well, give my regards to your Merlin. It's only right, since I came here without asking. You must have walked here then? I will. Thank you. No, thank you. It's good to hear your voice. Just glad I was able to be of help. This is a Storm Mortar command room. You read me, Horsey. Don't know how it happened. We can only see what's happening. We just picked up a breakdown, and a blockage in this conceptual space. The abyss is starting to lose all connection to the outside world. We need to get out of here before it completely closes up, or we'll be stuck falling here forever. I'm gonna point the storm border straight up and try to fly us out of here at full speed. Horsey, Mashu, both need to get inside the border right now. Hear that, Master? What you do? Hey, hold on. We're having a moment, Nemo. Please do not worry about me. I've already said my goodbyes. The girl who traveled with you, Artoria Castor. Okay, she's not Artoria Castor then. She's... I don't know. She existed only in this last boat? Is she Artoria Castor from proper human history? Is that what... I don't know. Nor return to the planet's inner sea along with the shadow of paradise. However, her actions and the answers she found have been inscribed upon me. Okay, so she's like... Okay. I'm not King Arthur. I'm the concept of the Sacred Sword's wielder, the Knight of the Sacred Sword given form. I only entrust the Sacred Sword to those who use it, to those it has chosen. So consider this a special bonus. There's an important contract after all, so I could not break it. Right. Just a one-time thing. Don't look at my bond 9, Artoria Castor. Don't worry, you're going to the mines. You're digging for QP for the rest of your life. Indeed. Just as you wish to help, so too did my other self. Now please hurry. Must not let yourselves be caught up in the Abyssal Worm's downfall. Very well, Horsey, Mashu. Tread onwards without fear. Nemo is yelling at us right now. Just get in the stupid ship! Stop having a moment! For the light of the stargazers of Chaldea shall always illuminate your path. That's a cool line. Goodbye, precious friend of Britain. Goodbye, kindred spirit. Nemo's yelling at us for monologuing. Senpai? Come on, let's go. Great. Okay, Captain. Horsey and Mashu are back inside. Now punch it. Alright. Activate all 4 Trident engines in parallel. Target speed 10,000 kilometers per hour. That's fast. Set a course out of this hollow. Let's go. I like how the inside of the Abyssal Worm is drawn. Professor, how long before the exit collapses? Will we make it at this speed? Okay, looks like we have about 5 minutes before the abyss is completely sealed. Since the computer room has been shut down for 20 minutes, assuming the ship has fallen constantly during that period, A quick and dirty calculation say we've fallen about 420 kilometers. That's a lot. So if we push the border to Mach 8.5, when accounting for acceleration and deceleration, should have no trouble getting out in time. And I just realized something. No point in calculating the distance we've fallen. This hole is infinite. Now that we're inside, there is no entrance area. Oh, come on. One less Chuny scene. Can't possibly reach where we fell in, no matter how fast we... Is Oberon gonna let us out? I see. But we'll just have to make our own exit. Captain, can the storm mortar's cannons blast open the sides of this hole? We can't make it to an exit by flying upwards. Our only choice is to break down this hollow's very concept. It'll be risky, since there's no telling where we may emerge, but in 5 minutes' time, even that risk will no longer be an option. Sorry, but after all that fighting, just don't have the power for that. Keeping the ship flying is the absolute best we can do. Even if we shut down one of the engines now, we won't have nearly enough time to create a Spiritron warhead. Then, mean we can't leave? Oh, because there's no exit? I'm afraid so. Since the hollow is completely blocked off, we won't be able to go anywhere. Once this hollow loses its connection to the outside world, even more inescapable than a black hole. Black hole may be a massive gravity so dense that even light can't break free, at least it still has an exit. Theoretically, one could still make their way out if they could achieve faster than light travel. But there simply is no means of escaping this hollow. It's an inescapable space that no man-made transportation technology can leave, regardless of how advanced. It's truly the epitome of a pitfall. Even as we are ascending, we continue to fall towards the abyss. Dang it, man! It's no time to be admiring it. Yeah, isn't there anything we can do? As though we're under attack. The ship is about to explode. Be damned if I'm going to admit defeat just because of a missing exit. That Oberon? Thanks, Oberon. Guys! Just picked up some kind of explosion 3,000 kilometers away. The hollow's been ripped open. See the outside again. That thermic rage just gotta be Albion. Oh, Albion just fired off a mana burst. Don't know why she did it, but Albion just attacked the Abyssal Worm. Okay. I thought Albion was like, you know, maybe not dead, but she falls to the ground, her strength exhausted. The sky of the end times looms overhead. Still yearning for the distant horizon, she continued to descend. Her intelligence and memories were gone. Everything that made her who she was had been shattered. All that remained now was the decaying corpse of a long-dead dragon. A falling star with neither purpose nor desire, doomed to scatter upon impact. And yet, she still felt pain in her hollow chest. Still something she desperately needed to remember. Searching, searching, searching. Searching? Oh, come on, ready to take a drink of water. In an instant, old sights flashed before her eyes and shattered forever. With each memory, sparks flew from her cells. It was as though they were telling her what she is, what she used to be, and why'd she flown around this place for so long. Final one's gonna be Percival. Oh, well, she doesn't have fond memories about. I miss Coral. Oh, come on! Don't make the last one Aurora. Come on. There she saw it. Fairy Britain's destroyer, the one who brought it to its conclusion. Britain's white dragon. Possessed of the same name as her, was finality given form, following up the entire world those she loved had called home. Dragon noises? Dragon corpse noises, rather. She spread her broken wings and summoned her voice through her crushed throat. Her scales peeled away as she flies. Her flesh began to slowed off. By the way, that sentence is bad. This is past tense. This is present tense. I know in Japanese, they don't really adhere to that rule. Like, you can just use whatever tense you want, I believe. But the translation should be more consistent. Unable to handle the strain of reactivation. She knew this, flew on anyway. That's right. I have to fly. I have to fly. Even if I never did anything honorable as a fairy, even if I never did anything noble as a knight, even if I'm a freak of nature who's just imitating people all along, she wasn't a British fairy. It's a higher form of life. There's a perpetual outsider, neither fairy nor human. The dragon who presides over the border is considered part of proper human history, even without a lost belt. As a life form from the outside, there had never been a place for her in this Britain. I'll never know the ground or peace. I'll never have what I truly want. All I have is this sight here before me. The border that separates the earth from the heavens, the stars from space. And yet, there's still something she had gained. Something that, whether false or abandoned, she had found for herself. She could remember nothing now, but the fact alone that her memory circuits were blank proved that those memories once existed. This body's name, the name it was given here. The wind resistance whittled her body down. Every increase in speed chipped away at her dragon form a little more. She kept going, she'd soon self-destruct. The few moments remaining to her nearly passed. No weapon would behave like this. No living thing would do something so paradoxical. The dragon understood it was acting erratically. And yet, it persisted. Objective: stop anyone aiding Britain's destruction. Reason: unknown. The fire that shone in her eyes drove her to fly even faster. My name is Melusine. Tomlin Melusine. Now fly. Even if you're just an animated corpse, you still must fly. She tore through the air, soaring over the destruction below and flying straight for her enemy. And so, the crumbling dragon, one of the beings who found salvation in this Britain, let out her final roar. Oh, what? Aurora's? She lived through? What the heck? That sound. A vaguely irritating sound jolted her to her senses. Several hours after the Tomlin ran her through, she slowly opened her eyes, still sprawled on her back. So quiet. The riots must have died down. Of course they have. They earned it for so long, must have finally exhausted themselves. You see? Told you all we had to do was wait. Someone always takes care of my problems if I'm patient enough. It's always been that way for me. Why should this be any different? She coughed a few times, her throat oddly parched. Then she smiled a gentle smile and began an elegant speech, as she had many times before. There's no one to hear it. Everyone in her city was dead. How did she live? Why couldn't she get sucked up too? All she received in response was visions of her past. You know what your one and only love is? Insect on the desk. Shining brighter than anyone else. Did Oberon? He planned all this. No, it was Blanca, actually. You had everything to improve yourself. The very notion of growth and effort is alien to you. Why shouldn't they be? Been perfect from the moment you came into existence. You don't have to work like the Earth Clan. You don't have to suffer injury like the Fang Clan. You don't have to study like the Wind Clan. You don't have to serve like the Mir Clan. No, the Wind Clan's value lies solely in the existing in the first place. In it existing. And you, Aurora, are the very avatar of that value. You don't love anyone. You also don't want anyone. All you need is ornaments to further adorn yourself. What a wonderful way to live. I think it's fabulous. Like, I really love it. But you're diminished whenever someone grows more popular than you. Of course, you'll never get your hands dirty. You have all the people who adore you for that. Just like you did at Londinium and with Angel. Whatever you're talking about, Oberon, they both deserved what happened to them. I was sad when I learned they were dead, but I suppose they must have done something to earn someone's ire. I see. How wonderful. Must have just imagined that you sent them to the Western Human Ranch. Knowing Gawain had a visit planned just when they arrived. She planned that! I think I might... Did I? Speculate on that? See, remember, I've been on the Aurora's evil theory since day one. Must have dreamed that you would send one of your most capable Fae horses to monitor them and report to you, but Rage a bit liked us more than Aurora. Sure, I didn't know Gawain would be going there that day. But was it wrong to have her meet the Child of Prophecy? Not at all. Helped me move up my plans and cleared away a few actors in a stroke. I don't call Tristan an actor. Anyway, better get going. Have fun scheming with Spriggan. Not leaving so soon? That's a shame. Now you're gonna tell me more fun stories today. You don't need more for that. You don't need me for that. You're already aware of almost everything that happens in Britain, right? Really? Nobody can compare to the Wind Clan when it comes to espionage. Your Wind Tidings can manipulate information so easily it's genuinely terrifying. Oh, but I will say this. Would you mind leaving Artoria and Horsey alone? I'm gonna need both of them in order to defeat Morgan. Oh my! You're never so serious. It's almost enough to make me jealous of them. Oberon, you told me your only goal is to remove Morgan from the throne, but can I really trust you? You're not just some nasty vermin that snuck into my Britain, are you? Of course not! Lying. Everything I do is for Britain's future. Oh yeah, that's, technically true. That's why I've been telling you all this. Truly believed you're the one best suited to rule it. That said, you probably shouldn't trust me too much, no? Everything I say is a lie, after all. What do you mean by that? Everything you say is a lie? That means you're also lying when you say not to trust you. Oh, what the heck? Oh no! That's just the kind of heroic spirit I am. Not hiding the truth or spreading falsehoods. Just that everything Oberon the Fairy King says becomes something that was never worth believing. Doesn't matter if I speak the truth or not. Once I say it, it becomes a lie. You and I are opposites in that regard, Aurora. Everything you say becomes true. No matter what dark feelings you harbor, how falsely you present yourself. The moment you say something, everyone, fairies, humans, even you yourself, takes it as the gospel truth. Hee hee! You're so silly, Oberon. Never know what it is you're talking about. Are you calling me a liar? As in it takes a liar to know a liar? Not at all. You're not even aware you're lying, right? You're both an aggressor and an innocent bystander. That's how you've survived this long. The very idea that you're Britain's most beautiful fairy is ridiculous. Know what you are? It's Britain's most innocent usurper. Oh, he really was adorable. Still not feeling bad. Should have caught and killed him when I had the chance. To be the most beautiful fairy in Britain. Be the fairy who shone brightest of all. That was her only purpose. Spent every minute of her 3,000 years being exactly that. For her, lying and scheming weren't crimes. They're just the cost of being her. She had no concept of evil or of good. She only ever thought of ways to keep shining. That said, there was one time, just one time she did something that wasn't solely for her own benefit. Was that pulling Melusine out of the sludge? It was in the Lake District during Heir of the High Queen 1600. She went to inspect the Mirror Clan's town along with her ladies-in-waiting. There, she found a strange creature in a dark bog. It was a writhing mass of flesh, thing even fouler than its putrid surroundings. Oh my. It was a calculated act. Wait for her to show off to her servants. Just imagine it. Britain's most beautiful fairy helping Britain's most grotesque creature. A ploy to spread the word about what a wonderful, selfless fairy she must be to do such a thing. My name is Aurora. What's yours? What she hadn't expected was for the mass of flesh she cradled in her arms to begin weeping like a person. She had never before seen tears so sad, so utterly genuine. Never before had she been so moved by her own actions, rather than the envy she so enjoyed them creating. Honestly, never wanted to touch that thing. I want to be like you. That's what the massive flesh said before transforming into a beautiful fairy. Though Aurora's youth is eternal, she still suffered from decline. Her wings had continued to lose their luster ever since the Heir of the High Queen began. Her natural shine would grow dim without a steady supply of new and unusual delights. Get that girl. You're stronger than anything, more beautiful than anyone. She never declined, even in the smallest ways. She didn't need to be innocent, so she would never realize what a monster she was. You see? There she is right now. A dragon fairy soaring nobly through the sky. How irritating, how contemptible, how revolting. Aurora was stuck on the ground covered in dirt and grime, while the dragon fairy shone more beautifully than anyone. Foolish girl, you kill me. The dragon fairy would return to being no more than a mass of flesh. Aurora would never come to love the dragon. She was so certain she would never return its affection. She wanted nothing more than for the dragon to suffer, continually despondent and never hearing that simple statement of genuine affection she so craved. It's that longing, that despair, that made the dragon the fairy she was. That's why it benefited the dragon to continue protecting Aurora, the source of her suffering. But then had it been for her own benefit that the dragon killed Aurora, it had been for Aurora's. Yes, that's right. I'm not afraid to die. What I fear is losing my radiance, having my colors fade and no longer being special. That's why. Even though the dragon knew that doing so would turn her back into the hideous mass of flesh she used to be, she still chose to kill her. Aurora, the miracle that saved her, the one she loved more than anything else in the world. What an utterly loathsome creature. I'm glad to finally be free of it. See, Oberon? It is like that is the stuff of true innocence. She had only cradled that mass of flesh to show off what a good person she was, reflected her inner ugliness as clear as a lake. Go away. Go away. But the creature born from that hideous mass was truly beautiful. Aurora realized she had done something good for the first time in her life, and smiled. Higher. Higher. As high as you possibly can. So, gazing upwards with childlike innocence as the dragon corpse scattered like dust in the wind, Aurora faded away, and her radiance finally faded. Has it been 3 minutes yet? There's the exit! Yes, I see it too! Why in the world did Albion do that? You can worry about that later. Vinci, what's our distance to the target? I'm gonna talk about that scene after this chapter, by the way. We're 800 kilometers away from the rift. Farther than it looks, we can totally make it. Captain! Everyone, hold on to whatever you can. French cooking boy, maximum power. Forget all the safeties and just get us out of here. Aye aye, Captain. Full speed ahead. I'll punch it all the way to the sun if I have to. Oberon was falling. Oh, well, what's he gonna do? Kept falling down the bottomless void along an endless shaft. He had no strength left to fly. Actually, these on my back are just for show. He can never fly, stupid. But we saw him fly away. He smiled a hateful smile. He's truly enjoying himself. He may have been defeated, but he still accomplished his goal. His only regret was that he hadn't been able to take Chaldea down with him. Go on, get out of here. It'll be a relief not to have to see your dang faces anymore. He's a liar, remember? Further. The foreign mage, the other child of prophecy, managed he'd spent his long journey with flew further into the distant sky. Then after Oberon the liar had hatefully seen them off, oh well, who cares? What matters is that I killed Britain just like I wanted. Although, sorry Titania, my fictional queen left me in all my twisted ways. So I couldn't get rid of those proper human history nice guys for ya. Titania, one who was created for a single purpose, then discarded the moment it had been served. The sacrificial love of his life who could only exist within a story. Maybe he'd already met someone similar to her. But even if he had, Oberon the Liar would never be able to believe it. You know, it's weird. Even though I got the ever-living stuff kicked out of me, pardon my French, I still feel strangely at peace. The hole in the abyss disappeared as he continued his endless fall. There. So that's proper human history, Sky, huh? Don't play ever, bro. Come on. It's so beautiful, it makes me sick. The infinite hollow sealed itself as the abyssal worm fell on, a destination forever beyond his reach. Ooh. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna cut it for 1 second to make sure I'm not almost out of hard drive space. Then I'm gonna talk. Okay, sorry, that thought came to my mind, like when Aurora's doing stuff. I was like, wait, I didn't check how much I have left. What if my hard drive fills up and this video gets like corrupted? That would have sucked. Anyway, I think so. The last scene with Melusine and Aurora, it was a good scene, right? I think it's weird they gave it to Melusine, because I feel like Barghest and Melusine were both very good characters who had pretty complete arcs. Like Aurora, I think the scene with Oberon added a lot to her character, drawing parallels between Oberon and Aurora, right? But like Melusine, I don't think she needed more. I think it would have made more sense if like, so obviously Morgan and Balban Sith are dead. If one of them did it, I think Morgan would make the most sense. But like Balban Sith, she wouldn't have the motive to do it. But like, I feel like you could have explained a reason why Morgan, who somehow survived, like clinging to life somehow. Like you don't have to explain it. It's just, it's Chuni. It makes sense, and she saves us from the void instead. It's like I feel like Melusine's send off with Percival was perfectly fine. Of course, if you wanted to add that Aurora scene, adding in Melusine there. Really, that's the point of that scene, wasn't it? It wasn't about Melusine, it was about Aurora. Who, I mean, I feel like the scene where Melusine killed her was good enough. But because that gave us, well, it's tough. I don't know, I just feel like that scene should have gone to someone else. Anyway, the curtain falls. This is the epilogue. Ooh. Oh hey, we don't have the like the special chapter intro anymore. We're back to the default one. Approaching the real world plane in the standard space in 40, 30, 20. Shut off Trident engines 2 through 4. Get us back to normal speed. Here it comes. Everyone brace for impact. About to reach the British last belts. Regular British airspace. We're finally out. We're free, everyone. We made it. Look at that sky. Somebody look out the window. I see it, I see it. It's our sky. We're in our own world. Why don't we go out to the deck and see it up close? Attention all staff. Storm Warrior has successfully turned to British airspace. Standing down from high alert. Please return all weaponry to the armor and resume your standard duties. Okay, wrap it up, folks. First, I'm told Commander Gordolf would like to say a few words. Or yours, Commander. Right then. First off, I want to congratulate all of you on completing this extraordinarily long mission. Your team did exemplary work in investigating this mysterious land, distinct help from the local populace, preventing the world's collapse. Would have been cool if we got Mike to come with us though. For 50 days, our staff remained vigilantly on standby in almost total darkness, all while keeping the border shipshape. Thanks to all your efforts, Sheba is now back to normal parameters. This, of course, means the collapse that was predicted to spread from Britain to the rest of the world has been completely averted. So, proud to announce that, as of this moment, our operation in the British lost boat is concluded. Congratulations! Hip hip hooray! Woo! Is that the best you got, Chubby? You really had to brush up on your vocabulary. I was just saying what I felt. You think you could do better? You try giving the next speech. You know how hard it is to be cool, collected, and eloquent with a spotlight on you? The speaker's still on. The answer is pretty darn, pardon my French. Good grief. Fancy, could you give me the mic again? Next, I have some mundane news. We're currently flying at low speed so we can run diagnostics on all of our systems. Put up an air net around the deck, so for the next 20 minutes, those who wish to go out there may do so. Take a look. Might not be easy, but still important. Go make one last memory of Britain before we leave it behind. I mean, this is our Britain. We'll get it back. I mean, we can go to this Britain anytime. Felt like forever since I last saw the sky this color. Although this Britain, Fairy Britain is gone now. That's what happens. The singularity's repaired. But it still existed, just like the other lost belts. Right. I learned so many valuable things on this journey. I'll treasure these memories forever. Hey, Horsey, Mashu! Da Vinci! Come to take one last look at Britain too? Sure did. The time I spent traveling around it, figure I should say a final goodbye. Plus I wanted to toast Mike with this wine I got from Baker. Baker? Is he one of the Chaldean staff? So long, Mike. You're doing great things with your pub right now. In fact, I know you are. Even if you're from a different world that's been restored and pruned away, even if it's no longer possible to observe it now that this universe has deemed it unnecessary, the planet still remembers everything that once existed on it. One of these days... Oh wait, no! Right, so the lost boat is still technically there, right? It's probably being pruned away right now. So they are saying goodbye to it. Or, I think? It's like, just because we escaped the abyss doesn't mean it... Because, like, remember, Aurora was still alive. And Albion outside the void, right? So it's probably, like, disappearing right now. Like, yeah, that's a great... I didn't read what she said. I'm gonna cross that border so I can pay you a visit and see how far you've come. That's not the only reason I came here. It's gotta come with me to my workshop now. Spirit Origin Graph just started glowing out of nowhere, so I heard what sounds like meowing. Oh, have a try? Help me check the summoner, will you? No telling what might pop out of it. Leave it to me. Handle whatever it throws at us. After all the powers ups I got in Fairy Britain, basically super key ray light now. Level 90. Yeah, about that Mashu. Did she lose them all? Yes? What is it, Master? Yeah, your Spirit Origin output's back to normal. However, like that usually don't last forever. Sorry. Rip. That's okay, I knew that. I'll just save my disappointment for later. Anyway, never mind that now. Still have to go to Da Vinci's workshop. Not sure why, but I'm really excited about this. I think we're about to meet someone wonderful. You sure about that? Okay, guess we can trust Super Q-Light's intuition. Okay, Britain, this is it. Thanks for introducing us to so many great people. Oh, come on, Horsey. Still got a long way to go. Time we stopped reminiscing and went back to our own home. Right. Goodbye, Britain. Well, this is kind of exciting. Wonder what sort of heroic spirit we're about to meet. And we're gonna... Okay. Oh, hi Sion. I haven't seen you in a while. Trismegistus 2. Catastrophe defragmentation halted. You just like saying big words? Transitioning to catastrophe automation. Great work in discovering and repairing this unexpected dead end. You really have to hand it to Chaldea. Only took them 23 hours and 58 minutes to prevent the collapse. Kinda close. There's no time to celebrate. We need to get ready for the next dead end point. Let me see. Looks like the other potentially nasty incidents ahead are The immature beast that flew out from Britain? What could end up being the single largest singularity to date? Okay, so that's Tunguska and Traum. So Traum's the singularity. I mean, that makes sense. Kirkaduk's recovery? Does not seem that there's any way to remove his serious light. We'll just have to give up on that. The hieroglyph prediction is not a problem. Revolt. Eyelid. What does that mean? I don't get it. In Arabic, please? Well, I'll just ignore it for now. More importantly, it's time to focus on the big gal herself. Wonder what she's gonna do next. Oh, the foreign god. That's what our future has in store. I'd say it's unexpected. Does not leave us much time. Better hurry and make preparations. Yaude has conquered 6 long spots. Foreign god has surely finished her studies by this point. So now, we only have a single target left. This will no doubt be our last victory without any casualties. Oh no, who's gonna die? There's simply no way we can make it out unscathed from what comes next, is there? Don't death flag us, Leon. Oh, we're not okay. So Habitrash is gonna. Oh, Cosmos Denial. It's been a while since I've seen one of those. Okay, so we're just gonna get Habitrash like summoning. Oh, level cap increased. I think I have her costume on. Bond. Oh, okay. Get her to Bond 8 now. Would have been nice if I had that months ago. Gonna be the Holy Grail. Best skill Fae Eyes A and the Fae attribute have been added for Artoria Caster. Name of Artoria Caster's unique skill Sword of Selection has been changed to Sacred Sword Creation. Okay. And their skill Protection of the Lake has been changed to Avalon le Fae. Yep. And oh, 7 profile for Artoria Caster. Oh, is the whole thing been updated? Third Ascension of the bot. Oh, so if I change the Ascension, I get her old stuff, it looks like? Okay, I'm probably gonna read that on my own time. Oh, craft essence Gloucester in 2020. Habitrash has been sent. Okay, we're getting all this stuff. Spirit Origin release quest over. Oh, I'm gonna do a quest for it, right? Habitrash. That's your voice?
へえ、魔術師の工房だって言うから怖い洞窟みたいなの想像してたけど、綺麗でおしゃれでかっこいいじゃん。これなら長居してやってもいいな。あ、僕はハベトロット。花嫁の味方で裁縫の達人でハッピーエンドを運ぶ妖精なんだけど、僕の宝具なんか妙なごっついな。君たちどうしてか知ってるかい？
You got Habitrash. The second of more copies through the friend points on it. Yeah. Does it automatically bring us to? Yeah. Okay. Spinster Habitrash. What's weird about that? I'm gonna go have to look at the animation, aren't I? So is this Mossboat Habitrash or is this? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to give their bond point up to read the lore on her. I don't know if it has an interlude or not. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Servant Coins, yay! Gloucester in 2020. Oh, no. You don't... You do not get to put Knockner and Gareth on the craft. You dirty cheater. 10 crit stars one time. Use arts MP strength for yourself when entering the field for the first time. Oh, yeah. Like, I know there's one that gives you a bunch of stars for the first time. It's like that, but other bonuses. Only she had never seen the future. Only she had never inherited the High Queen's duty. Only Paradise had given her a different mission. And if only, fairy when she imagined in her dreams had continued. Surely many fairies would come to visit the dazzling fortress, when filled with the blinding sunlight and the laughter of good friends. There would have been many happy lives crossing paths on the street. You wouldn't be wearing anything fancy. She would have worn a familiar, star-shaped hairpin. Oh, come on. That is what her spring memories might have been like. That's what she saw in the river, right? The one that Hector made? That Moramato mentioned? Even if that future never came to pass, surely there would have been days like this. Oh, remember the spring memories that she had either nothing or very little. Oh, come on. Whew. Wait, hold on. We're done? So, I do have more I want to. Well, I don't have that much more I want to say, honestly. Like, there's so much to talk about. Like, unless I wrote it down, I don't know what to say. But it finishes off nicely, getting Balmond Sith. Or BB Summer. No. Don't get greedy. Wait, no! I thought because I could still get the Course of the Banner, it would still be here. No! I was so sure. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get Balmond Sith for sure. They say the BB Summer. We gotta commemorate finishing this. Or story gotcha. Now let's just. We got BB Summer easy here. 4 rolls, that's all we need. That's 4 BB Summers. Han's in a cage? Oh no, we're gonna get Kiara. Oh no! Already have Kiara. The Elixir of Love? Okay, don't worry, that's a catalyst for BB. She represents like love, or she's an AI. What's her name? Jinako. I almost said Shakuno. Okay, final one. Here we go. BB Summer, easy. Easiest roll of my life. They're all practicing. All the way down. Reality Marble. That's Emmy Alter. Dang it. Alright, so trying to think if there's anything. Like, what have I talked about? I talked about Act Part 1, Part 2. Like, Part 3? I mean, not much to say about it. It's good, right? As far as characters go, I talked about the Tom Lin. Like, Moramaza, he was awesome as usual. Castro Artoria, maybe like the best like companion character out of any Lost Belt. Like, you know, compare that to like, I don't know, like Jason or Charlotte. Could it be Jinako and Yuka Ketchup? Or like Napoleon, or you know, so on. Like her growth as a character, you see her become, you know, she starts all cheery, but you slowly see that she's jaded and edgy. I think it's just great. Although I need to read up on her like the new lore we just got. I gotta find out what's going on with the Third Ascension. And then Oberon, of course, I think he was. It's hard to say because he is so hyped up, right? And he's hard to judge. I mean, I liked him as a character throughout the whole story, right? Just not too sure. Of course, all the Lost Belt like all the clan leaders were good. Spriggan as a character, like, he was a downright dirty guy, but I liked him for that, right? Aurora, I knew she was evil, but I mean, that's what makes her a cool character, right? And Morgan, you know, classic revenge story. Dr. Ray, best girl. I cry for Gareth every day. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to say much more of substance at this point. So thank you for watching, everyone. This has been a long journey. I'm glad to be done. So for the future, right, I wanted to talk about this. I don't want to click on this in case it takes me to the prologue immediately. I'm going to do the Tunguska prologue and epilogue. I'm not going to do the main story of it. Why? Because it's not that long, but I've heard it's pretty bad, and like I just don't feel like doing it. The big question, am I going to do Traum? I don't know. So obviously Traum is an important story segment, but also like after doing 47 now hours of Avalon le Fae, I am a little tired of Fate Grand Order. It would be nice if my channel could take a break from it. I can go back to doing like other like visual novels and stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Because, you know, Traum comes out in a couple months from now. By then, maybe I'll be wanting to read more Fate Grand Order, right? It just depends. So if you want to see Traum, maybe leave a comment saying, oh yeah, I love Traum, do Traum, definitely do Traum, because I know Vlad's in it. So that's like the main thing keeping me into Traum, right? Vlad's in it. But like, if I do it in my own time, obviously I'll come back for Lost Belt 7, right? There's no way I don't record Lost Belt 7. And then I'm probably just gonna not do the paper moons on camera, because like I do with my channel, right? Every game does differently. Sometimes I play like a visual novel, does really good, I get dozens, hundreds, or in one case thousands of views, right? Then other games, you know, I get, you know, like 2 views, right? It just depends. And Fate Grand Order is also the same way, right? I'm like, if I get a lost belt up early and it's like a one people like, I'll get a lot of views. Like I started uploading Avalon le Fae, it's getting comments, people are engaging with it, right? But like when I was behind doing like hang and kill, nobody watched that, nobody cares about hang and kill. Right? Same thing like Anastasia, I got that up day 1, got a ton of views. I was like a year behind with LB2 and LB3, so those got like 2 views. So that does factor into it, right? Would Traum, would people want to watch Traum? That factors into it. It's like, I'm 50-50 on Traum, right? But if it gets 0 views, you know, they'll be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't. But if it gets views, maybe I can, maybe. So that's not the deciding factor, but that goes into it. Plus, like, I have visual novels on my backlog I've been dying to read. Like, one by the maker of The Letter, I think it's called Saint Maker. And then one that I don't know if I do a whole series on, but maybe just a video or two, a Class of 09. I've heard people talk about. And of course, I've had Tokyo Babel on my backlist for like 5-6 years now, maybe one day. And then there's other stuff too, right? So it just depends. So if there's no Traum, if I don't do Traum, don't expect it. Okay? Maybe I'll do it. I mean, I have a very bad habit of not being able to leave things unfinished. Like I just meant to do Camelot and Babylonia years ago, right? Back then I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that, it'll be fun, then I can move on to other stuff. Yeah, I'm stuck in the FGO swamps forever. Anyway, I've been rambling for the past couple minutes now. I should stop. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. It's been a blast most of the time. Like LB6, it was very long, paced very well, but still just very long. So I hope to see you next time with Nasu's Wild Ride in LB7. I'm looking forward to that. Of course, we have Tunguska first, maybe Traum. But anyway, I'm ranting again. I need to stop. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.